3 plant-based proteins to support joint health and reduce inflammation naturally. Imagine waking up each morning with a subtle ache in your knees, a stiffness in your hands, or a nagging discomfort in your hips. For millions, this isn't just an inconvenience, it's a daily reality. But what if that pain isn't just something to mask with pills or ignore as aging? What if it's your body sending a signal, asking for a change in how you nourish it? Here's a striking fact: chronic inflammation is now recognized as a root cause, not just a side effect, of many types of arthritis, including osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. What you eat can either fuel that inflammation or help soothe it, offering relief that goes beyond temporary fixes. Certain plant-based proteins don't just provide nutrition. They actively support your body's ability to manage inflammation through specific biological pathways. In other words, they're not just fuel, they're like medicine, working with your biology to reduce joint pain and stiffness naturally. And you don't have to sacrifice flavor, satisfaction, or strength to feel better. You just need to understand which foods align with your body's needs. In this episode, we're embarking on a science-backed, performance-boosting journey to explore the top 3 plant-based proteins that can help ease arthritis symptoms. This isn't about trends, fads, or guesswork, it's about what research reveals about inflammation, pain signaling, and immune system balance. You'll discover why some proteins reduce inflammatory markers like IL-6 and TNF-alpha, how specific plant-based foods boost your body's production of joint-protective antioxidants, and how to time and combine these proteins to enhance their anti-inflammatory effects without overwhelming your digestive system. We'll also explore how your gut microbiome might hold the key to long-term relief. It's not just about your joints. Systemic inflammation affects your brain, mood, and energy levels, potentially clouding your thinking, lowering motivation, and even accelerating aging. By addressing inflammation at its source, you're not just managing arthritis. You're optimizing your entire system for clarity, resilience, and vitality. Before we dive in, a quick disclaimer: this content is for informational purposes only, and not a substitute for medical advice. Always consult a healthcare professional before making significant dietary changes, especially if you have chronic conditions like arthritis. Now, let's unpack the science and show you how to integrate these powerful plant-based proteins into your daily routine. But first, let me share a story to set the stage. 3 years ago, I met Sarah, a 52-year-old teacher who loved hiking but had stopped because of knee pain. She described mornings where getting out of bed felt like a negotiation with her body. Over coffee, she shared her frustration: "I've tried painkillers, ice packs, even injections, but nothing lasts. I'm too young to feel this old." Sarah's story struck me because it echoed so many others I'd heard. People whose lives were shrinking because of joint pain. What changed for Sarah wasn't a miracle drug or a drastic overhaul. It was a shift in perspective, sparked by a single question: what if her pain was a message, not a sentence? Sarah started experimenting with her diet, guided by research on inflammation and plant-based nutrition. She swapped her usual breakfast sausage for a lentil-based soup, added hemp seeds to her smoothies, and tried spirulina as a supplement. Within weeks, she noticed her mornings felt lighter, not pain-free, but less stiff, more manageable. Over months, her energy returned, and she hiked again, not as far as before, but with joy. Sarah's journey isn't unique, but it's powerful. It showed me that small, science-informed choices can rewrite the story of pain. This episode is inspired by people like Sarah, those ready to listen to their bodies and take action. Let's dive into the science behind her transformation. Understanding inflammation, your body's fire alarm. When you hear inflammation, you might picture swelling, redness, or pain, something negative. But inflammation isn't inherently bad, it's one of your body's most intelligent survival systems. Think of it like a fire alarm. When you cut your finger or sprain your ankle, your immune system sends out pro-inflammatory messengers called cytokines, like IL-6 and TNF-alpha, and prostaglandins. These signals initiate repair, clear damaged tissue, and recruit white blood cells to fight infection. This acute inflammation is healthy and necessary, a sign your body is working as it should. The problem arises when the alarm doesn't turn off. In arthritis, particularly osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis, inflammation becomes chronic and dysregulated. It lingers long after the initial trigger, whether injury, stress, or diet, has passed, turning from protector to destroyer. Cartilage erodes, synovial fluid loses its cushioning, and joints become painful and stiff. This isn't just a mechanical issue, it's a biological cascade gone awry. At the cellular level, a key player is the NF-κB pathway, nuclear factor kappa light chain enhancer of activated B cells, a protein complex that regulates DNA transcription and immune responses. In arthritis, NF-κB becomes overactive, like a gas pedal stuck to the floor, driving relentless inflammation. Another culprit is TNF-alpha, tumor necrosis factor alpha, a pro-inflammatory cytokine often elevated in rheumatoid arthritis. Biologic drugs that block TNF-alpha are standard treatments, but they come with side effects and costs. Fascinatingly, certain plant-based proteins can naturally lower TNF-alpha levels, offering a complementary approach without the risks. Systemic inflammation affects the brain, contributing to fatigue, low mood, and even cognitive decline. A 2015 study in JAMA Psychiatry found that people with high inflammatory markers were more likely to experience treatment-resistant depression. If you've noticed arthritis pain paired with mental fog or emotional heaviness, this connection explains why. Chronic inflammation creates a feedback loop. Pain reduces mobility. Immobility worsens inflammation, and the cycle spirals. Chronic inflammation isn't a fixed state, it's a pattern of dysregulation you can influence. By shifting from fighting symptoms to modulating responses, you move from helplessness to empowerment. Food is a powerful lever in this process. A practical tool to start with is tracking how your joints feel 24 hours after meals. Note not just calories or macros but pain, energy, and mobility. This feedback loop helps you tune into your biology, revealing which foods support relief. For many, plant-based proteins mark the beginning of that shift. Let's explore why. 1. Lentils, the nutritional trifecta for joints. Lentils might not sound glamorous. They're inexpensive, common, and often overlooked in favor of trendier superfoods. But when it comes to anti-inflammatory plant-based proteins, lentils are a nutritional juggernaut hiding in plain sight. A single cooked cup delivers about 18 grams of protein, rivaling many animal sources, but lentils go further. They're packed with polyphenols, magnesium, iron, and soluble fiber. Nutrients that work together to regulate immunity, support gut health, and protect joint tissue. A 2012 study in phytotherapy research found that lentil-derived polyphenols significantly reduced pro-inflammatory markers like TNF-alpha and IL-1B in immune cells. These cytokines drive the chronic inflammation seen in osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. When you eat lentils, you introduce compounds that dial down NF-κB activation, the pathway that keeps inflammation running unchecked. Polyphenols act like moderators, helping your immune system find balance. Lentils also contain arginine, an amino acid that boosts nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide enhances blood flow and endothelial function, delivering nutrients to joint tissues for repair and resilience. This is critical for arthritis, where poor circulation can exacerbate damage. But lentils' real magic lies in their gut benefits. High in prebiotic fibers, they feed beneficial gut bacteria, fostering a balanced microbiome. A 2020 study in microorganisms showed that fermentable plant fibers restored microbial balance in arthritis patients, lowering joint pain scores. An imbalanced microbiome, or dysbiosis, is common in arthritis and fuels systemic inflammation. By nourishing your gut, lentils indirectly soothe your joints. Here's a practical protocol: the 3-day lentil rotation. For 3 consecutive days, include lentils, red, green, or black, in one meal daily. Try a lentil salad with olive oil and turmeric, a curry with ginger, or a soup with cumin. Spices that amplify anti-inflammatory effects. Track joint stiffness, energy, and digestion before and after. Some notice improvements within 72 hours, less morning stiffness, clearer thinking, or better sleep, as inflammation disrupts rest. For others, Benefits build over weeks. Worried about gas? That's your microbiome adjusting. Start with split red lentils, which cook quickly and are easier to digest. Rinse thoroughly, cook with ginger, or add kombu seaweed to reduce gas-forming compounds. Lentils don't require a diet overhaul, just consistent inclusion. They're affordable, versatile, and powerful, a cornerstone for feeding your joints, gut, and immune system. Centuries of traditional diets have relied on lentils, now science confirms their healing potential. 2. Hemp seeds, omega-3s and immune balance. If there were a food that combined high-quality protein, healthy fats, and anti-inflammatory power, hemp seeds would top the list. Yet, many overlook them, unsure how to use them or unaware of their benefits. Hemp seeds, or hemp hearts, come from the cannabis sativa plant but contain no psychoactive THC. Instead, they offer a nutritional profile that makes them a potent ally for arthritis relief. Hemp seeds are a complete protein, providing all 9 essential amino acids, a rarity among plant foods. This supports muscle repair, cartilage regeneration, and immune resilience. All vital for managing chronic joint pain. But their standout feature is their fatty acid balance, a near-ideal 3-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. Modern diets, heavy in processed oils and grain-fed meats, skew toward omega-6s, promoting inflammation via pathways like arachidonic acid metabolism. Hemp seeds omega-3s restore balance, reducing inflammatory molecules called eicosanoids. A 2014 study in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that hemp seed oil reduced joint inflammation and oxidative stress in arthritis models, partly by modulating lipid metabolism and lowering cytokines. In practical terms, a tablespoon of hemp seeds daily can subtly shift your immune system toward healing. Try the morning tablespoon protocol. Each morning, add 1 to 2 tablespoons of raw, shelled hemp seeds to oatmeal, smoothies, yogurt, or fruit. Pair with cinnamon, turmeric, or berries for added antioxidants. Track joint stiffness, mobility, or skin health over 7 to 10 days. Skin often reflects reduced inflammation. Hemp seeds also deliver magnesium and gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, supporting nerve function and hormonal balance. Chronic pain taxes these systems, so this nutritional boost is a game changer. Cytokines peak early, making arthritis stiffness worse. Starting with anti-inflammatory fuel blunts this surge, stabilizing energy and movement. If this resonates, subscribe for more science-backed tools. Next, we'll explore spirulina, a microalgae with macro benefits for inflammation and immunity. 3. Spirulina, COX-2 inhibition and antioxidant power. Most of us don't think of algae as food, let alone as a tool for managing joint pain, but spirulina, a blue-green microalgae with centuries of traditional use, is changing that perception. In the world of clinical nutrition and immunology, spirulina is earning attention for its remarkable ability to deliver plant-based protein alongside bioactive compounds that may help soothe inflammation. This isn't just another supplement hype. It's grounded in research that highlights spirulina's potential to support arthritis relief. Gram for gram, spirulina is one of the most protein-dense plant foods on Earth, with 60 to 70% of its dry weight consisting of protein. Like hemp seeds, it's a complete protein, containing all 9 essential amino acids your body needs but can't produce. This makes it a powerhouse for tissue repair, immune resilience, and overall vitality, key factors when managing chronic conditions like arthritis. But spirulina's benefits go far beyond protein. It's packed with bioavailable iron, B vitamins, magnesium, and potent antioxidants, delivering a nutritional profile that supports your body holistically. What sets spirulina apart for arthritis sufferers is its unique compound, phycocyanin, a pigment protein complex responsible for its vibrant blue-green color. Phycocyanin acts as a free radical scavenger and inhibits COX-2, an enzyme that drives inflammation and pain in arthritis. This mechanism mirrors the action of nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, like ibuprofen, but without the gastrointestinal risks. In simpler terms, spirulina offers a natural way to calm inflammation at the cellular level. A 2002 study published in Inflammation Research demonstrated that phycocyanin from spirulina reduced inflammatory cytokines like TNF-alpha and IL-1B while protecting tissues from oxidative damage. More recent animal studies have shown promising results, with spirulina supplementation improving joint mobility and reducing pain markers. Think of spirulina as a multi-tool for inflammation. It's a protein source, an antioxidant powerhouse, and an immune modulator all in one. This versatility makes it especially valuable for autoimmune forms of arthritis, like rheumatoid arthritis, where immune dysregulation plays a central role. Spirulina also supports the gut immune axis, the communication network between your intestinal lining and immune system. A 2019 study in Nutrients found that spirulina enhanced gut barrier integrity, reducing systemic inflammation by calming overactive immune responses. For many with arthritis, gut health is an overlooked piece of the puzzle, yet it's critical to long-term relief. How do you incorporate spirulina into your life? Because it's nutrient-dense, small doses are effective, typically 1 to 3 grams daily, though up to 10 grams is considered safe for most people. It's available as a powder, capsules, or tablets, but quality is crucial. Choose brands third-party tested for heavy metals and sourced from clean, toxin-free waters to ensure safety. A practical tool is the Spirulina microdose protocol. Start with 1 gram daily, about 1/3 of a teaspoon of powder or 2 tablets. Take it in the morning with water or blend it into a smoothie with lemon or greens to mask its earthy flavor. After 5 to 7 days, observe changes in morning stiffness, energy, or even skin clarity, which often reflects reduced inflammation. If tolerated, gradually increase to 3 grams daily. For Sarah, the teacher we met earlier, spirulina was a game changer. She started with a small dose in her morning smoothie, paired with berries and hemp seeds. Within 2 weeks, she noticed less swelling in her fingers and a subtle boost in energy. It wasn't a cure, she told me, but it felt like my body was finally working with me, not against me. Her experience underscores a key truth: small, consistent additions can shift your biology over time. If you've tried protein powders or supplements that left you bloated or jittery, spirulina offers a gentler, nutrient-rich alternative. It's nourishment that supports your body's natural ability to resolve inflammation, not just mask symptoms. A common concern is taste. Spirulina's flavor can be off-putting. To ease in, mix it with citrusy fruits or use capsules for convenience. Start low to avoid digestive discomfort as your gut adjusts to its fiber and nutrient density. Spirulina doesn't demand a complete diet overhaul. A single teaspoon daily can become a cornerstone of your anti-inflammatory strategy, supporting your joints, immune system, and even mental clarity. If this resonates, consider subscribing for more science-backed tools like this. Let's zoom out and reflect on the journey we've taken. You've explored 3 plant-based proteins: lentils, hemp seeds, and spirulina. Each a powerful tool for supporting arthritis relief, grounded in cellular biology, immune science, and real-world application. This isn't about chasing trends or overhauling your life. It's about making intentional, science-backed choices that align with your body's needs. Sarah's transformation proves this. Her pain once dictated her days, but by adding lentils, hemp seeds, and spirulina, she rewrote her story, not overnight, but meal by meal. She's back on the trails, not pain-free, but free enough to live fully. Her journey mirrors what's possible for you, not perfection, but progress. To start, I challenge you to pick one protocol from this series and commit to it for 7 days. Try the morning tablespoon protocol with hemp seeds, the spirulina microdose, or a lentil-based lunch. Track how you feel: stiffness, energy, clarity, and reflect on the shifts. This isn't about drastic change, it's about interrupting old patterns and building new ones. If this series has informed, empowered, or inspired you, I invite you to take 3 actions. First, like this video, it helps us reach others seeking real answers. Second, subscribe to join a community grounded in science, fueled by action, and committed to change. We dive into evidence-based health tools weekly, respecting your intelligence and honoring your journey. Third, share this with someone who needs it: a parent, friend, or colleague quietly struggling with joint pain. Not as advice, but as hope. Healing often starts with a small choice, like a protein or a conversation. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay consistent, and stay kind to your body. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll explore more ways to optimize your mind and body. One science-backed step at a time.